Hello, Sandman Nation. It is Thanksgiving week, and I, for one, sincerely could not be more grateful to get to do this podcast every week, talking sports, sports betting, and plenty of nonsense with two great friends, having an awesome time, entertaining quite a few listeners along the way as well. So I am in a very humble and grateful mood today, gentlemen, but I'm also very excited to get into today's show. So let's do it, because it is time to enter Sandman Sports. With me, as always, are the Sandman himself, Mr. Bill Sanders, and the lone inductee of the prestigious Chanhassen, Minnesota Tennis Hall of Fame, Mr. Pat Klett. Tours begin in Pat's basement. Hello, Bill.
Yeah.
Hello,
Nice.
Pat.
Congrats,
How are
Pat.
we doing today,
Congrats.
boys?
Thanks.
Yeah, that's a big thing, man.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, things are good. Things are good.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving week.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a great week for family and friends, and a great week for sports too, which we'll get into all of that. But first, guys, it is time to jump right into the random questions of the day. Bill, you get to go first today. And Bill, you know me. And sometimes Bierman likes to throw in an old twofer, right? Well, today you get two questions that you're going to need to answer today, okay? But we'll give we'll ask them, and we'll give you a bit of time when we go to Pat. All right, here we go.
Okay.
If you could punch any fictional character, who would you choose and why?
Okay.
And if you could marry any fictional character, who would you choose and why? Okay. Any fictional character they don't have to necessarily
Punch
be like
and
cartoon
marry.
characters, just
Punch and
any
marry.
fictional character. Yep, punch and marry. All right.
Okay.
All right, we'll come back to you. All right, Pat. Oh, I've been waiting all day to ask Pat this one. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, Pat. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Ooh, 100 duck-sized horses.
I think so too. I feel like you can kick them. Yeah.
It's just,
But if they start, what if they start a stampede on you, dude? I don't know.
It's, no. They're duck-sized. They wouldn't pack a punch. Maybe.
Dude, I wouldn't want 100 ducks coming at me, let alone 100 duck-sized horses. But I think you're right. I think I'd take my.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you got to go that route.
These are the questions that keep me up at night, Eric.
I mean, because it's not just because hey, for the record, it's not just like coexisting with them. It's fighting. Like you have to fight this. So I think I'd rather. Yeah, I'd probably rather fight 100 duck-sized horses.
Me too.
A little smaller.
I don't know. I'm undefeated in my fighting career, so.
True.
All right.
Bring it on.
Feel bad for the horses.
You know, guys, the good thing is about these questions is there's no wrong answers. I mean, I judge, but other than that, there's really no wrong answers. So that's the good thing. All right, Bill, who we punching, man?
Did you guys watch Game of Thrones?
I watched the first season. I liked it, but I
didn't
have
get
not watched
super into it.
No. Yeah.
I'll talk about it later.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
Yeah.
Whoa. I didn't even know this. Okay.
I already know where he's going. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a character in the Game of Thrones, and his name is Joffrey. I don't know if this is where Pat's going. We did not talk about this before.
Is he is he blonde? Is he like a blonde guy?
Blonde.
I remember.
Like just the most despicable, hateable character. Just punching this guy in the face would have just
be fun.
Oh yeah, that would have been good. So that's my punch. I haven't really come up with my marry yet. This is just the first one that came to mind. So I don't know if this is the best answer for me to marry, but do you guys remember? And this is terrible. I can't remember the name of the show, but Jennifer Garner, Alias. That was the name of the show.
It's a great show.
And she was Sydney Barstow, I think. Barstow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, was I in love with Jennifer Garner on that show.
Okay.
Not saying that's why we named our daughter Sydney. That I honestly can say that's not why.
That would be.
But
that'll be tough for her. to explain.
Yeah, but yeah, just there was something about her. I don't know. She's just kicking ass and taking names,
She
and
was
she was
good in
always
that.
wearing disguises and like
Yeah, that was
cute
a good
like
show. It
wigs
was a
and
good show.
yeah.
You know who
So,
got his start on that show? Bradley Cooper got his
oh
start on
really?
that show. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He
Okay, I
was
didn't
like kind
remember
of
that.
the nerdy little like sidekick or helped her and stuff. And around that same time, you know who also started a show that wasn't anywhere near as popular as Alias, but who I had a thing for at the time. I no longer do have anything for Jessica Alba, but she was in a show at the time. I mean, she was young. She was probably early 20s, but it was like some apocalyptic show or some show where she was like made like a military weapon type thing or whatever. And it only lasts like a year or two, but it was right around that same time. And I
Mm.
remember watching them both thinking they are not
I
ugly.
No, no, for sure. That reminds me of this weekend. I had dinner at Marcy's cousin's house and really fun dinner, fun conversation. But we were talking for some reason we got to talking about Jessica Alba and Paul Walker.
They together?
They were in the show, the scuba diving movie, and I think it was
Oh,
called
not
Into
that
the
awful
Blue.
movie. Dude, that was
Oh,
not
yeah.
that one
Horrible,
where is that the
horrible
one where
movie.
they're
Yeah.
left behind and the sharks eat them? Open
No,
water?
no, no, no.
Oh, that's
You're
open water. That's
you were
open
oh,
water.
okay. I was
Yeah.
thinking of
That's the worst movie ever made. It's awful.
Ryan
I
Reynolds,
mean,
But
Blake
sometimes,
spoiler
Lively. Isn't
alert,
that
sometimes those
Blake
they
bad
get
Lively?
eaten
movies
by
are
the
fun.
sharks.
Yeah.
If
Into the
movies are
Blue,
bad
though.
enough, they
Oof.
become fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of eye candy for the for both sexes in that one.
All right. So we're
Yeah.
punching Joffrey and we're marrying Sydney Bristow. All right.
Pat,
Well,
who's your
good.
Mary?
Good, guys. Oh, yeah. Who are we marrying,
Oh,
Pat?
I would go with Belle from Beauty and the Beast. She's well read. She's beautiful. She's
Yeah.
not afraid to fight a big beast. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right, guys. Well, we won't punch you or marry you, and we have no ducks or horses on our website, but we do have a ton of awesome content that you will be certain to enjoy. So please be sure to check us out at cmansports.com. We publish in a ton every day, covering all the major sports, both from a general sports perspective and a sports betting lens. If you like smart, entertaining takes on sports and sports betting, please visit us and be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, all at Entertainment Sports. Seriously, every follow, every like, every comment really means a lot to us. All right, guys. Well, let's get into the opening. Guess what, guys? This is not only a Thanksgiving week episode, but it also is episode number 67. 67. 67.
67.
So, why is that relevant? Well, if you have been around any young person in the last several months, I am sure you have heard that phrase 6'7" or that is so 6'7" or something similar to that. And if you are old and out of most of the cool kid loops like me, you had no idea what 6'7" meant for quite some time, and maybe you still don't. My kid Cooper and my wife Jamie, they carved 6 and 7 into our pumpkins at Halloween, and that was a big hit. A lot of people stopped and took pictures around it. They thought it was cool. And I wrote briefly about the whole 6'7" phenomenon in my six pack that week. And so it forced me to learn a little bit more about this phrase. And I'm going to share some info about this phrase, what it means, actually the origins of it, and we're going to have some fun with taking turns and sharing out some things that we think are 6'7" in the world of sports and beyond. But first, guys, had you guys heard of 6'7"? Do your kids use it? Do you know what it means?
Yes.
Pat,
Definitely
kids
that
knew
use
what
doesn't
it
surprise
was.
me.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was asking my daughter. She's like, it just really doesn't mean anything, and I don't think she really knows what it means. If anything,
yeah.
I always thought didn't sixes and sevens? Isn't that like it's all sixes and sevens? Wasn't that like Mike Myers did that in Austin Powers bit? I thought it was like sixes and sevens meant like you're hitting the sheets.
Like mediocre.
Oh no, I thought
No, that's not what
something-
Pat's talking about. Pat's talking about something else.
Oh, in Austin Powers, I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either,
I thought
dude.
he
And
did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Whatever.
Maybe.
I don't
No,
care.
I mean, you could be
It's
right.
stupid.
So
No,
so
you could be
Pat's
right.
interpretation of it is it means sex. Is that what
Yes,
I'm interpreting?
that's what I
Okay.
assume, because that's what I
Okay.
assume all kids talk about constantly.
Okay,
And are
well that is a
doing
new I have
constantly.
not heard of
Yeah.
that definition of it. So okay. That's new. Yeah, I mean it is pretty ambiguous. So sounds like you guys have both heard of it. I guess the trend traces back to the song Doot Doot by rapper Skrilla, officially released back in February of this year. In the lyrics, he raps 6'7", I just bipped right on the highway, which I don't know what the hell that means, but that is a lyric. From
Break that
there,
down
the
for me.
6'7" refrain was picked up by social media, video creators, TikTok, Instagram Reel. It also got really popular in like basketball editing, referencing LaMelo Ball, who is 6'7" as well. And so it does sometimes relate to height or tall people, but the meaning has always been ambiguous and it really does not have a widely agreed upon definition. Even Merriam-Webster defines it as a, quote, nonsensical expression used primarily by teens and tweens. Because there's no firm definition, usage and context vary. There's a lot of interpretations, but probably the most common interpretation is what Bill was kind of referring to, which is more of like a shrug, a so-so, a non-committal, a maybe this, maybe that. And where that comes from is playing off
It's like a scale of 1 to 10.
The scale of 1 to 10. It's kind of, it's a 6-7. Yeah. So that's how I interpret it and use it. And that is how we are going to use it for the rest of this opening. But it really can mean anything you want it to mean. So you go with it, Pat.
Okay.
You want to start talking to your wife about, hey, you want to go do a little 6-7 in the sheets?
It's all
Hey,
sixes
man,
and
you do
sevens,
that.
baby. Come on, let's go. Hey, so 6,
Good.
7,
That's a good Austin
30.
Powers. That's a good Austin
Thanks,
Powers.
mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
Oh my God.
Yeah. All right. Let's do mid. I like that.
All right,
I like that explanation though.
Yeah.
6,
All
like
right, so
on a
here's what
scale
we're
of 1
gonna
to
do.
10.
On a scale 1 to 10, kind of 6-7. All right. So I've got several categories lined up. I'll share the category and then we'll take turns giving our most 6-7 related answers for each topic. So basically the most meh or mid related to each topic. Okay. And just, you can use whatever criteria you want to because it's so ambiguous to determine an answer. And it doesn't necessarily mean we hate or don't like this thing. It just means it may not be as good as some others might think it is. So it's 6-7 in our minds. Okay, Pat, you're going to lead us off with this one. This first category is the most 6-7 NFL team right now.
Man, not saying my Vikes. I don't want to be too much of a hometown downer, but Tampa Bay. Give me Tampa Bay.
That's
I think
a good one.
They had so much promise, and the injuries are a killer. And those injuries are leading them to be. I mean, when Baker was on, and he had Mike Evans, and it had all those weapons, he was so fun to watch. And now that he doesn't have those weapons, and now he's hurt, they're becoming 6-7 for sure.
Yeah, that's a good one. What about you, Bill?
That's good. I went with the Steelers.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
They sit at 6-5. Aaron Rodgers is just
2 more losses.
And besides TJ Watt, I couldn't tell you another player on their defense. DK has been okay. Running backs are average. They are totally
6-7, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are bringing it strong.
But they win. How do they win?
So I'm going with a team that's been winning. But guys, I got to go with the Bears. I know they're 8-3 and they've won 4 in a row, but they have only one win over a team with a winning record. They're 8-3 and they have only one win with a team with a winning record.
And they're barely winning.
And that was against the 6-5 Steelers this past weekend, who they beat by 3 at home against a backup quarterback. So I do love Ben Johnson, and this team does have a bright future, but right now they're about as 6-7 as it comes, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
3 good ones.
Bill, lead us up. Yeah, lead us up on this one. Most 6-7 college football head coach currently coaching right now?
I'm just going to apologize to Pat in advance, but I'm going with PJ Fleck.
PJ Fleck.
That's a
That
twofer.
is not
That's
bad.
a twofer.
Okay.
You guys are both
good.
going
Good.
PJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
I was
PJ.
hoping I wasn't ruffling any Minnesota feathers, but
No.
yeah, I
Come
mean,
on.
he's just, I want to like PJ Fleck. That's the thing is the
He
whole
is
row the
pretty
boat and
6'7". Yeah.
but it's just, can the guy ever win a game against a good team? I mean, it just feels like they just,
such a good. Yeah.
He can't win against a bad team now.
yeah.
They lost to
and
Northwestern.
Lost to
That's
Northwestern.
It covered, but they
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey,
just,
that's all that matters.
yeah. PJ Fleck.
Good one. That's twofer for sure.
Yeah.
He's kind of dopey.
It's a good one. I did not think of PJ. I still probably would have went with mine. I'm staying in the Big Ten, and guys, yes, he's the longest tenured head coach in college football, and the only one who started
Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah, I'm going with Kirk Ferentz.
That was my runner-up. That was my runner-up,
and he's not bad. I mean, I'm not again. This isn't about like bad, but he's 6'7". He's averaged less than 8 wins per year. He has a losing record in bowls. He's won 2 Big Ten titles, but the last one came 21 years ago in 2004. So he gets a lot of pub, and he's fine, but he's not that good. So 6'7". All right, my turn to kick things off on this one. All right, most 6'7" thing about Thanksgiving. All right, so guys, for me, I gotta say it's leftovers. A lot of people seem to rave about eating leftovers on Friday, but very 6'7" for me. It's okay, but it's like it's nowhere near the same as eating it on Turkey Day, and I could just totally take it or leave it. So I'll say leftovers. What about you, Pat?
Yeah, I went with the food. I generally overall I like a few things, but it's nothing that just is overwhelming my taste buds. I mean, I just took down a half a large pizza in about 3 minutes, and the whole time I was doing it, I was like, I wish this could go on forever. It was so good.
I mean,
Dad, what are we having for Thanksgiving dinner?
I wish this could go on forever. That's awesome.
These in the Minnesota style with the little squares, you just pop them in your mouth, and oh man, it's so good. But no, Thanksgiving dinner is always like the turkey's usually dry. My brother does a good stuffing and potato thing, but like even that, like it's just like, okay, it's not really a good spread for me, and I'm not generally excited about it.
All right,
Bill,
I can buy that.
I mean, I almost would say this is a 3-pack because I went with pumpkin pie. So we all did some sort of food
I actually
thing
thought
there.
about pumpkin pie. I really did. Yeah.
This is the thing too, is that I grew up in a house where we put probably far more cloves and nutmeg and cinnamon in the pumpkin pie than anyone else I've ever met in my life. So now if you have anybody else's pumpkin pie, it is the most 6'7" thing. It's just like, I mean, it's pie. It's kind of bland. It's like, tastes like pumpkin. I don't know. It's just not.
It's not good, dude.
I went with pumpkin pie.
It's like, perfect. That's a good one. All right, Pat. I have a feeling this might be where Game of Thrones comes in, but maybe I'm wrong.
It is.
The most 6'7" TV show you've streamed in the last year or so.
Look, I really wanted to like this one, and I really wanted to get on board. I couldn't do it. I thought it was fine. It's just,
did you watch
Targaryen Tartarian and the the realm of the walking whatever's like? I just can't get into that fantasy nonsensical whatever.
I get it.
Yeah,
there were some parts that are really cool, and I was like, oh, that's really cool, but it just seems like it's just too much to get into it. Too much of my time to get into that. So
yeah.
I can't disagree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Bill?
I get it. I went with Black Rabbit. Did you guys watch this?
Oh, it's the Jason
Jude Law
Bateman one?
and Jason Bateman.
Oh,
I never watched it.
Pat just nailed it for me too, because it's like I wanted to like it so bad. And of course I watched every second. of
Yeah.
the season. So, I mean, I didn't give up on it. I just was like, I kept, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's just,
It just never got better. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, just it was okay. I mean, I would say Jude Law and Jason Bateman were really good in it, those two. But the story and it just felt like it could have been so much better with those two in
Yeah.
it. So that was mine.
Yeah. Good. All right. I'm going to go with a show called The Agency. It's a British
Oh,
action
yeah, I watched
spy
it.
CH. Yeah. I love
Yeah,
those type shows. Like I'm a big Homeland and 24 and there's a million of those type shows I
this is a
love. I
great
could
call.
name. Yeah, and I
Great call.
just it stars Michael Fassbender, Jeffrey Wright, Richard Gere. It got decent buzz and it had its moments, but at the end I was kind of like,
Hmm.
not a lot happened. Like there wasn't a lot of exciting things, and
Is
it just
who's is it Nicole Kidman Bierman? Who's the woman? And I'm
no.
forgetting.
Nicole Kidman's in Lioness, which
Oh,
she's
she was in Lioness.
fantastic
Yeah,
in,
I
and
actually
that
like
is good.
Lioness. Yeah, I
That's
like
good.
Lioness.
But
So
no, the woman,
Saldana was in it. Zoe Saldana, I think is her name.
she was in Lioness
Lioness.
too.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
she's incredible. I love her.
Yeah, that show was good.
That shows, and that has 2 seasons. That had 2 seasons. I don't know
Yeah.
if you saw the second
Who
season.
was the
but
woman in The Agency that I'm forgetting about?
I mean, I can't really. Are you
Was
talking
there
about the Nigerian woman that was with? The only woman I can think of is like the Nigerian woman, and I have no idea who
Yeah,
she is.
it's
So
okay.
anyway, it was
Yeah.
just very 6-7, very 6-7.
That's
All
a
right,
really good
Bill.
call. Good call. Yeah.
Most 6-7 national restaurant chain you have eaten at recently?
Honestly, this was the one I came up with the quickest of this entire list. Raising Cane's.
Oh, good call. I'm the same
I
way. I'm just like, I don't get it.
We were in Las Vegas for a soccer tournament, and everybody's, we got to go to Raising Cane's. This place, this is the best. And I'm like,
It's
all right,
not.
chicken, yeah, sounds good. And I mean,
Chicken.
I'm
Gotta love
like,
chicken.
It's not.
I mean,
It's
it's
not
hard
is
that
to
it
good.
better
not.
than?
Yeah.
Is it better than Chick-fil-A? Is it better than
Right.
what? Popeyes?
No.
I don't know.
I mean,
Is
at
it?
least Chick-fil-A, you can drown it in the sauce. You could drink that
Yeah.
sauce.
Agreed.
Straight up.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I mean,
I've never had Raising Cane's, so I
okay.
don't.
Oh, it's
I would
terrible.
say pass. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was mine.
That's a great answer, Bill.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. So honestly, this is crazy because this used to be one of my favorites, but I'm actually going with Chipotle. It just has gotten too high
We
priced.
talked about this. Yeah.
They are getting much stingier on how much they give you. Their service seems to have gone downhill in a lot of the restaurants I've gone to. Occasionally, I'll still go there because I think the food quality is pretty good, and I do think it tastes good. But it's just not what it used to be. Yeah, pretty 6-7. All right, Pat, what do you got?
Yeah, I went with Olive Garden. When you're here, your family, and disappointed because
I
they
couldn't
got
tell
rid
you
of the
last
one
time
thing
they
I
ate an
like on
Olive
the
Garden.
menu. It's very 6-7 Olive Garden.
What was the one thing?
It was like the portobello mushroom, like ravioli, mushroom ravioli. It was really good.
My
But yeah,
dad
they don't have that anymore.
loved the Olive Garden, and I
used
always
to
like,
love
all
the
right.
breadsticks. Used to be
Yeah.
really good.
The
and
salad.
then the breadsticks don't taste the
breadsticks.
same, and the salad's always
Yeah.
salad. I mean, how do you mess up the salad? It's the same thing. That they do pretty consistently, but I feel like the breadsticks quality has gotten worse, and it's just not the same.
Okay, good. So, all right, back to me. I'll lead things off on this one. The most 6-7 Christmas movie ever. So guys, this is gonna be sacrilegious, I think.
Yeah, I think all three of ours.
But I gotta go with National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Again, I will watch it, and it has some decent moments. But Jamie, my wife, absolutely loves that movie. I mean, she quotes it, and I just don't get it. It's a little too silly for me. It's a classic.
Vegas
I get it,
Vacation
and
was
I'll watch
much better.
But
Vegas Vacation
is that
was much
right?
better.
Is that right? Okay, I
Yeah.
actually have never seen Vegas Vacation, which is
Guess my
shocking.
card.
But anyways, yeah. So I'm going with Christmas Vacation.
5. No, 8.
Who's next? Pat.
Are you doing Vegas? Are you doing Vegas Vacation? Yeah.
Guess my card.
Nick, 7. Nope.
No, 8.
8. Dang it. That was
So
the
good.
best. Just for that scene, that movie was so good. I went with Yippee-Ki-Yay, Die Hard. Sorry, I know you guys are
shut
huge
up.
fans.
Oh,
I know you guys are.
your
I did
face.
this.
No,
I did
come
this to be a
on. I mean,
contrarian.
what?
But yeah, Die Hard. I mean, come on.
Oh,
First of all, it's not a Christmas movie.
You were doing so well. You're doing so well.
I just
well,
wanted
if
to
it's
see.
not a
This is
Christmas movie, then it shouldn't be on this list. See, you're being very inconsistent right now.
Paxton? Yeah, we got to help him.
yeah, we got Paxton's in.
Well played.
Oh,
wow.
All right, Bill, what
man.
do you got?
Yeah, that one hurts. That hurts a little.
I think I did that just to get you guys.
Yeah, I think you did. That's
could've.
okay.
But
fair enough.
I think my answer is gonna. You guys might feel the same way, and that's Elf. I just don't love Elf.
I mean, I like it, but yeah.
The first time I watched it was awesome. The first time I watched it was awesome. But after watching it 20 times, I'm like, I'm ready not to watch this again.
I can
he
see
likes maple
that,
syrup.
Bill. Yeah.
Right.
That's not bad.
Okay.
It's not like Pat's answer, so it's pretty
not
good.
like wrong like Pat's.
Yeah, it's not wrong. Exactly. Exactly. All right, we got just a couple after Pat. Most 6-7 stadium you've ever been to.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tough one.
I like
stadiums no matter what. We went to Cincy game this spring. That was like the last one I've been to, and I liked that one. I thought it was great. So I don't really have one on this. I tend to like stadiums regardless. Okay. One of the worst stadiums of all time was the Metrodome.
Yeah,
and that one was it's probably similar to the Kingdome. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't really have one. I don't really have one.
Now, I mean, Minnesota's got beautiful stadiums too.
Yeah. All right. Hey, that's okay. What do you got, Bill?
I went with Martin Stadium in Pullman. This is where the Cougars play. But... Not bashing the rival, and I love so many Cougs out here, but the state. No, really, it's the stadium is just so average. It's so. When before it was remodeled, felt a little bit like a big high school stadium. Then now they did a whole bunch of renovations and everything, and it's like, it's it's cute. It's nice. Okay. I don't know. It's just very mediocre.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Pullman.
All right. Well, for me,
Pullman, great college town too. Awesome.
I have to apologize to our boy Paston. Because I am going with Penn State, Beaver Stadium. Guys, it's big. The fans are great. And even though I've never been to Whiteout, I respect that tradition.
And it has Beaver in the name.
It does. Yeah, I do like that. But it doesn't have a lot of character. The traffic in and out is just awful. And I just don't feel like the fans are all that loud. If their team starts to get down early, watch out. I mean, they're kind of non-existent. So, and the stadium itself is it's 6-7. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
So
kind of like Philly in general.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
I'm just kidding. I've never been to Philly.
Fighting words.
Paston's he's gonna be texting us. He's gonna be complaining to the producer of the show. Okay. All right. Finally, I'll wrap up with the most 6'7" female hot celebrity right now, and I forbid Pat from saying Sydney Sweeney. It's not allowed. So, all right, for me, I think I gotta go with Olivia Dunn. She's fine, and I actually like her and Paul Skeens together, but I don't know. She just really doesn't do it for me.
Livy Dunn. I was like, Olivia Dunn? Who is that?
No, Livy Dunn.
I got you.
If she asked me on a date, I'd really have to think about my schedule for that weekend, guys.
Yeah,
I'm not so sure. Very 6'7". Pat, who do you got? Don't say
Livy Dunn.
I didn't go with Sydney Sweeney because I couldn't, because I was forbidden, although that's the obvious choice. I went with Ariana Grande. She is gross skinny, and you can see her clavicle bone, and it's kind of gross. You know what I mean? Like she's so skinny up top.
Yeah, that's too.
And it's
that's
just
too
like
scary.
She's very thin.
like eat a steak or something. You got to fatten you up a little bit. It's kind of gross because she's got such a nice
Kate
voice.
Moss was that the supermodel Kate Moss that used to be like that? Like way too.
They
thin.
called it like heroin chic.
Yeah, heroin chic. That's what you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really gross. It's not my thing.
It's not
my
sexy.
thing. But
Yeah.
I was watching Oz with my daughter, The Wizard of Oz with my daughter last night. So that's why I came up with this. But yeah, the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, this is not like a good image that my daughter should be watching. Like, we see her as she's supposed to be the pretty witch, and like it's kind of gross to see someone that skinny.
She's
It's
got
kinda gross.
I couldn't tell you a single song she sings, but she's got pipes.
She's good.
Like, she can sing.
She's good.
Yeah. She can sing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I hear you on those. I hear you on both of those ones, actually. I went with J-Law, Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, I like, you said this at the very beginning, Eric, and it made me feel better about this category, because I was like, I like Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
not
she's
about
hilarious.
not liking them. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is she in?
But
Why would I know her?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
She was just
Silver Linings
yeah.
Playbook.
Gotcha.
She went full
Silver Linings
frontal
Playbook.
in
that was a funny movie.
Yeah.
She went
I
it
couldn't
was
think of
it
the
was
name of
called
it.
No Hard Feelings.
Yeah.
Yep.
She went full
that was
frontal
funny.
in, so yeah.
Great
That was
version
funny
of
when I saw it.
Maneater in that one too.
She
The
just
song
whoops
Maneater.
ass completely naked on the beach. These
Yeah, that
kids
was
that like
funny.
steal their clothes.
She's I like her, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. She was the first one that I thought of that I don't know if she's
I mean,
like,
she's pretty popular, so if you're not totally into her, yeah, she's perfect 6'7". So,
Mhm.
all right, guys, nice
She's
job
like a
there.
6 or a 7 at least.
She's a 6'7".
Yeah.
Guys, that was really good. You guys brought it. Love it. Now, though, it is time to get into the rest of our show. So, in just a moment, we're going to do Nailed It for week 12. Then we'll each share our hot takes. Then it's Stone Cold Locks time, where we should genuinely be embarrassed to even show our faces for that segment this week. And yet
rough.
we still will. And finally, we'll wrap up the show with a top 5 that we are all very thankful for. And of course, we'll have plenty of fun and shenanigans along the way, including Pat taking on his very first acting role in Sandman Sports' reenactment of the very first Thanksgiving. Pat will play Pilgrim number 42, and his only line is, "These berries look questionable." Okay, gentlemen, it is time for the segment Sleeping America. It is time for Nailed It. We are back for week 12. I'll hand it over to Bill in just a moment. First, just want to remind everyone again, we still have the listener competition every week. More and more every week. We're getting a few more, so love seeing that. If you're interested in trying to win a free trip to Vegas, go to cmansports.com for more info. We're still waiting on week 11 winner because one of our questions depends on it.
I didn't even think about it.
On tonight's Monday Night Football game if it's decided by 10 points or more. So no
job,
biggie.
Bill.
No biggie. We'll send the update. We'll post the winner tomorrow. So no big deal at all. As for our updated standings, Pat continues to crush, dude. You are doing great. You got 3 again. I think this is the 3rd consecutive week you've got 3. Bill and Eric each got 1. I didn't count the NFL one because we're still waiting for it, and we both did 5. So we all did 5. So it doesn't.
We
matter,
but we have bullseyes right now.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah.
So
if San Fran doesn't end up beating Carolina by more than 10 or vice versa, I suppose, then we will all get 2 points for that one.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. So for right now, Pat has 27, Bill has 25, Eric has 22. So I don't like Pat starting to creep away here. So
I know I was tied
up. I
up.
better freaking get it. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm zoning in this week, boys. So
I'm kind of a savant.
Well, I think that, and this was nothing against Pat at all, but I know how Pat loves the pro football game over the college game. Okay.
Right. I like betting on the pro. I love watching both. In fact, college is starting to sneak up, and I sometimes prefer watching the college game.
Really?
Okay. Nice. Because this week, I just felt like with rivalry week, we had to do an all college football Nailed It. Okay, so this is right up Bierman's
that's
alley.
awesome. I'm so excited. Yeah. Oh, thank you. All right, here we go.
So question number 1. I mean, this is teed up for Bierman. Absolutely
Okay.
teed up. So Pat, we gotta fight hard on
God, you
this one.
guys, all right. I love it.
I mean, he's in last place, trying to throw the guy a
Yeah.
bone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you know, former champ. Okay. One of the best and most heated rivalries in all of sports is back this week with Ohio State traveling to Ann Arbor to face Michigan. This blew me away. Bryce Underwood has 322 yards rushing this season and 5 touchdowns. Okay. Obviously, it's a massive part of his arsenal. I was really surprised, though, when I looked to see Julian Sayin has 20 rushing yards all season. 20 in 11 games.
I
How
mean,
many
that's
rushing
crazy.
yards? How many rushing yards will Julian Sayin have on Saturday? Remember, everybody, this could be a negative number.
Yeah,
in
sacks.
college. In college.
Yeah.
Sanders. All right. 2 for Pat, 5 for Bierman, 13 for me. Okay.
Pat's gonna win. He's not getting.
Oh, for sure. He's gonna get
I think
sacked once.
he's
It'll be
Yeah,
negative.
yeah. I mean,
4.
he's gonna get sacked once, and then
Yeah.
that was such a.
That was really dumb.
He
You guys
may-
are dumb.
he may not.
This is why Pat's leading.
Yeah, Pat's
Yeah.
obviously he keeps it simple, stupid, right? He just keeps
Yep.
it simple. He's like not overthinking it like me. I am. Okay. Question number 2. Oregon travels to Montlake to face the 8-3 Dogs. They're 6.5 point favorites on the road. I was surprised that this number was actually so low. What will be the margin of victory in the biggest rivalry game in the Northwest? Bierman 6, Klett 25, Sanders 11. All right.
I think it's gonna be close.
I hope so. I hope so too. But I mean, Huskies at home have been a totally different beast this year.
Yeah.
Okay, in Pat's neck of the woods. So we did Bierman, we did mine. In Pat's neck of the woods, the Badgers travel into the Twin Cities to face the Gophers. The Badgers have all of a sudden started to play a little bit better football,
Jesus.
You're right.
while the Gophers
They are
tread water
different. Yeah.
at 6-5, 4-4 in the Big Ten. The over/under on this one is a putrid 37.5 points. How many total points will be scored in this one? And what is this game, Pat? Everything's got
axe.
a trophy in Minnesota. The
The
axe, that's right.
Paul
The Paul
Bunyan's
Bunyan
axe.
axe.
Paul Bunyan's axe.
Paul Bunyan axe. Okay, how many total points will be scored in the Paul Bunyan axe game? Gosh. Will anyone score? Klett, 57. Whoa.
Yeah.
Sanders,
I think you
41.
put bad on bad, then
Okay,
they'll
we're
start
spread out.
scoring, you know?
Bierman went 33. Okay, so we got
That's because
low,
Bierman's an
medium,
idiot.
kind of around the over/under, and then Pat went high scoring. All right. Question number 4. Georgia
What does
and Georgia
Bierman know?
Tech played the neutral site game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. This blew me away. Okay, every week I do this, and I'm like, this is crazy. The quarterbacks are both fun players who have had great seasons so far leading their respective programs. Haynes King for Georgia Tech has 12 touchdowns passing and 15 touchdowns rushing in 11 games, 27 total touchdowns. Gunnar Stockton has 19 touchdowns passing, 8 rushing, 27 total touchdowns in 11 games. So they both average 2.5 touchdowns per game, roughly. How many total touchdowns will the two QBs have passing, rushing, or receiving? Klett, 7.
Oh,
Bierman, 8. Shit. All right. Bierman went 8 as well. I was hoping to be at the high end of that. All right. Question number 5. Last but not least, number 14 Vanderbilt travels to Knoxville to face the number 20 Vols. Joey Aguilar for Tennessee averaged just less than 1 INT per game. Diego Pavia for Vandy, just a little over half an interception per game. Turnovers will likely be a big part of the story in this one. How many total interceptions will be thrown? Bierman 3, Klett 1, Sanders 1. Shit, I should have went 0. Damn it. All right. That's it for Nailed It, boys.
Dude, those were
Episode
great.
6, 7,
Those
the
were
all
great.
college football edition.
All right, good job, man. Those were fun. I love the college football theme there. So good luck, gentlemen. Well, now, boys, it is time to get into hot takes. That's right. It's time for Salmon Sports Hot Takes, brought to you by Double Take Salsa. Double Take is where craft meets kick. They make salsa and hot sauce with fresh, top-notch ingredients, always putting flavor just slightly ahead of heat. The result? A bold taste you can't stop eating. followed by just the right level of spice to keep you coming back. If salsa is your thing, or even if you think you've tried it all, Double Take will change your mind. Learn more at doubletakesalsa.com and check them out on Facebook and Instagram. All right, Pat, you know what time it is.
Hot takes.
Take it away. It's hot take time.
Hot take time.
Hot take time.
Oh man. First of all, the over. I had the over in the Bills Texans game. Did you guys see that? It was like 20-16 at halftime.
And they
Two
didn't
field
cover?
goals. 2 field goals in the whole second half. At
Oh my
halftime, I was
God.
like, who's a genius? This guy.
Oh my
No.
God, that's brutal.
All we
dude.
needed was a touchdown. We needed 8 points. That was it.
One
in the
pin,
second
Rodney.
half, and they got 6. Oh,
Yeah.
that's brutal. So, update to my $200 in-game betting fund. You know, the one I was talking about last week that I'm
Yeah,
gonna slow
this
build.
portfolio that you were gonna
Yeah,
build,
my
yeah.
portfolio. Well, I took a small step back this week. I'm only at 250 now, so I'm still up.
Oh,
But it's
Okay,
it's-
oh,
it
you're
was
up.
okay.
yeah, you know,
That's
it's
good.
still up,
That's
but
good.
it took a little step back. Another game I watched this week that I was very impressed was this kid, Calandria, UNLV's quarterback. Probably, I think he's most likely to enter the portal. This kid is fast, and he's good. So keep an eye on this
Okay.
kid.
Okay.
Probably next year to go to one of the big schools. He is a good player. And in the same game, so this was UNLV Hawaii. Hawaii kicker, do you guys know this guy? Matsuzawa, not Matsuyama. Matsuzawa.
I've never heard of him. Never heard of him.
AKA, how's this for a nickname? The Tokyo Toe.
Oh,
The
that's
Tokyo
freaking
Toe.
awesome.
This
Dude,
kid is he's a
great name.
26-year-old kicker from Tokyo, Japan, who learned to kick watching YouTube videos after he went to a Rams football game.
Shut up.
And he's like,
Shut
I
up.
want to do this. He is close to breaking the consecutive field goal record in NCAA.
Wow.
He's just automatic.
Does he kick with his toe like the old guy, the old school guy? Okay,
But they call him
it's
the
not that.
Tokyo Toe. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Other
That's
small
incredible.
take is it's time for Terry Bradshaw to be finished. All right. Bradshaw has got to be done. He fumbles through highlights. He fumbles through highlights so bad, and he can't pronounce names. This week, Strahan was visibly frustrated with him when he said Jackson Smith in Jigbu. And it was like, I think it was very close to a racial slur.
Yeah.
And I think they had they were going, it was really bad. It was so awkward. And you could see it on,
he messes
even
up
Gronk,
a lot.
who always looks like if things are awkward. He even looked like this is getting
Is
awkward.
Bradshaw just his mind slipping?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
that's what it seems like.
I mean,
is
he's up there. He's well into his 70s, I believe, and so
it's just too bad. But it's just I can't listen to him do highlights anymore. It's really bad. He's way behind. He's messing up names. He just can't keep it together. So why don't they have someone else do the highlights? Like I don't know why he's zipping through the highlights. Like it's not that hard to pass it over to someone who can do it. Anyway, last hot take. I obviously had to suffer through the JJ McCarthy game. I turned it off 5 minutes into the second half. That was a rough one. I hope he figures it out, but the body language on the team is beginning to change and it's not looking good. But on the flip side, sorry, you guys want to add something to JJ?
No, I'm concerned too, just being a JJ fan. But he's only played 4 or 5 games. Like you got to give him some time. But
it's still his rookie year.
Yeah.
So,
I think he's good. I think he's got a good arm. This last game he was a little inaccurate and he holds the ball too long. He doesn't get rid of it and process quick enough. But so I hope he figures it out. But on the flip side, a guy whose ass we used to kick when he was with the Lions, Matt Stafford, is lights out right now. Got to give him some props. He's got some 30 touchdowns against 2 picks. I have praised him before on this pod, and I think he is on his way to MVP. And a guy in his late 30s, he moves pretty well, and he changes arm angles, has off-platform throws all the time, and he's so accurate with his throws. So shout out to
such a cool
Stafford.
story.
He's so good. I hope he wins MVP this year because
I do too, man.
He's just so fun to watch. Yeah.
I love it.
I hope he wins
love it.
MVP and then loses to the Seahawks in the playoffs. But that's
Yes. Yeah.
but
Okay.
that's okay.
Yeah, that could
I also
happen.
hope JJ McCarthy rebounds, but not this week against the Seahawks.
Oh,
So
yeah.
let's just give it another week of
It's
him
always
sucking.
Bill's so like me. It's
This is
always about
it
the
is. Well,
Seahawks.
it's really think about this too. It's completely the Sam Darnold revenge tour game this week.
Yeah.
And I had forgot this, you guys, until today. The Vikings had Sam Darnold. They signed Daniel Jones at the end of last year, and then
really?
kicked both of those guys out the door and said, "We're going
Yeah.
with this rookie who is the 32nd ranked passer in the NFL right now."
Yeah.
I mean,
And those guys
he
are like
has
1 and
been
2 or 3, 2 and
horrible.
3.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
top
So
5.
I'm
yeah.
hoping JJ McCarthy
hilarious.
figures it out. I think Bierman nailed it. He's
He
very young.
will. Yeah, I think he will.
He's a good player, but he's one of
Yeah.
those guys that I just didn't see it in college. Like I didn't see all the hype. I also said the
Yeah.
same thing about Justin Herbert, and he's been pretty damn good. So anyway, hopefully he rebounds in 2 weeks for the Vikings.
I mean, this is the toughest. Look, quarterback's the toughest position. There's
Yeah.
every year there's 10 to 12 guys in the league that can do it. The rest, it's just shuffling of going through quarterbacks. There's 10 or 12 every year that can actually perform at that high level to make their team relevant.
Yeah.
So even though there are 32 quarterback spots in the NFL, every year it's really only 10 to 12 that can really do it. So
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is true.
All right.
That is true. All right, Bill, what do you got?
Yeah, so I shared a little bit of this with you guys over the weekend, but I really wanted to shout out my Mount Si girls soccer team. And for those of you guys who don't know that are watching, listening, the girls that I coached
What's your
this year
mascot,
won
first of all? What's your mascot, first of all?
Wildcats.
Go
Mount Si
Wildcats! Yay, Wildcats!
Yeah,
Yay!
go Cats. Go Cats.
Go Cats!
Yeah. They won the 4A state championship this week. Saturday beat Tahoma, who was the number 2 ranked team in the state, 2-0. The thing is I'm just so happy for these young women. They played their asses off. Huge props to the senior class. 6 girls in the senior class. 4 of those girls played with me on the JV level in the past few years. So really cool to see them progress up to the varsity level. There's so many amazing stories, and that probably happens anytime you have a championship season like this. But a couple that I just want to highlight real quick for you guys. Coach Kate Krieger, who is the varsity head coach, she's the one that hired me a few years ago to coach JV and be an assistant on varsity. She becomes the first woman ever, you guys, to win a 4A state girls soccer championship.
Damn.
The first woman ever in the state of Washington. That's nuts. That is crazy to me.
That's impressive, though.
So
that's
so
cool
just
that she's
props to Kate. This is the first state title for Mount Si in girls soccer in the school's history. Also pretty cool. We play in the best conference in the state. KingCo is 100% the best soccer conference in the state. There were 3 teams in the Final Four from our conference. And so just to get there, and the way that these girls did it, they had to beat a 5 seed on the road. They had to beat a 13 seed. They had to beat the 1 seed, who is our biggest rival. And then they beat the 2 seed in the championship game. So no easy path to get there. Incredible work from these student athletes, incredible work from the entire coaching staff. Our C team was undefeated, won KingCo. Our JV team was undefeated, won KingCo. And then our varsity girls went out and won the state championship. So just an unbelievable season that I don't think will ever be topped. It can't
What's a KingCo?
KingCo is the conference that we play in, and it's short for King County.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids go on D1. You got a lot of D1 kids. Scholarship.
We have one girl. Our goalie has won Golden Gloves 3 years in a row. She's phenomenal. She's going to Arkansas, so she's playing D1 soccer. Probably our MVP is going to University of Puget Sound, so a smaller school, but to play. We've got a whole bunch of younger girls that are really phenomenal players, and we have a handful that will be D1 players. But one of the craziest things, last year I told Coach Kate that I thought we could win the state title not last year, but this year. We were 1 year away. And we have these 5 girls that are just phenomenal players that we are banking on to be with us this year. And we won't go into the details of why they weren't with us this year, not relevant necessarily to this story, but they are phenomenal players, really good. I'm talking about like national level good players. Well, these girls, all 5 of those girls absolutely did nothing for us this entire season. All 5 of these would start on every single high school team in the country. And they decided not to play, whatever, the various reasons. We did and went out and had this year without a contribution from any of those 5 girls. And sometimes in team sports, you improve the culture and look what happens, right? You take some of that skill and athleticism and everything, and you take that off the table. Sure, you big losses in terms of their skills on the field. And they're all good
Addition
girls.
by
They're all good young
subtraction.
women.
There's
That's right.
So
That's
true.
right.
There's a lot of truth to it, man.
Yeah.
A lot of power to that.
So, yeah, that's it.
I laugh when
Thanks
I
for-
laugh when
awesome,
you're
dude.
like,
Thanks for that.
when
you
you're
guys.
like, Bill, when you're like, thanks guys for letting me talk about this. I always think about the movie Airplane when they start talking and then they pan the camera back and they're like,
And he's
hung up,
Everyone's
hung up.
dead.
Everyone's dead.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh man, it's funny how
that's funny.
in sports you've got like these sometimes it's these personal things that are just like mean the world. So that's why I was saying I just appreciate you
Oh,
guys
so
letting me
cool.
talk.
No,
about
it's
it.
awesome,
Yeah.
Bill.
No,
We're
I
happy
love
for
it,
you, man.
dude.
This is cool.
Yeah,
Super
that's
cool.
awesome.
Thanks. Fun year.
Awesome. Yeah, congratulations, brother. Very cool. All right, well, guys, one of my best bets over the weekend was Army minus 9.5 against a terrible Tulsa team. And despite being up by 11 in the fourth quarter, they ended up not covering. But that's not what I'm upset about at all. That happens, whatever. I watched the entire fourth quarter because I had a vested interest in this game, and I was flabbergasted how this thing ended. And honestly, I know Army is not an easy place to coach, and head coach Jeff Monken has done a good job there. But frankly, he should be ashamed of himself how this game ended under his coaching. So first, guys, Army is up by 8 with the ball with less than 3.5 minutes left. Okay. They run on first down. Tulsa has 3 timeouts, but they don't use any yet. They're going to let the clock keep going. Second down, the Cadets pass the ball. Let me say that one more time. Army passed the ball up by 8 with less than 3.5 minutes left and trying to wind down the clock. So, or at least have Tulsa use their timeouts. Army passed the ball. Well, guess what? The pass gets intercepted. Tulsa comes down. They score with less. They score with less than 2 minutes left. They don't get the 2-point conversion though. So Tulsa has to do an onside kick. Army recovers it. They now have the ball again in the lead with less than 2 minutes left. But Tulsa still has 3 timeouts. So Army runs the ball on first down. They run the ball on second. They run the ball on third. Tulsa takes timeouts all 3 times. So now there is about a minute and a half left. It's 4th and 3 from the Tulsa 40-yard line. Keep in mind, Tulsa is only 1 point down. So a field goal wins the game. Army decides to go for it instead of punting. Tulsa stopped them. They got the ball in the 40. They drove like 30 yards. And guess what? They nailed the game-winning field goal.
Wow.
At this point, I didn't care about I knew that I wasn't going to win the cover, so I didn't care about that. I was just watching this like, how is Army not winning this game? Like, it was it was just unbelievable. I mean, I would get the decision if they were up by 4 or if it was like 4th and 1. Okay, maybe you go for it there. I get that you're trying to put the game away so you can just kneel. But when the ball's on the Tulsa 40 and it's 4th and 3, and you are a running team, so it's not like getting 3 yards when they know you're going to run is I don't know. It's just they didn't get it, and I don't understand why you don't punt that and pin them back and just make them go a lot farther. So 2 giant blunders, and if I'm an Army fan or even a player, I'm furious at how all that went down. All right, guys. So my second one, it's rivalry week. It's one of the best weeks in all college football. And today I want to go a little off the grid here. Okay. So, as part of my second hot take, I'm going to give a ranking. I'm going to give my personal ranking related to not the game itself or the history of the rivalry, but I'm going to rank the best rivalry game nicknames that most people have never heard of. So we've all heard of the Backyard Brawl, the Holy War, the Civil War, Bedlam. There's so many other great nicknames for great rivalries. Those will
Malice at
not
the
make this.
Palace.
Those will not make this list. No, this is college football rivalry
Okay.
only. All right. All right. So now some of these aren't necessarily being played this weekend. Not all these games are being played this weekend, but they're all huge rivalry games and they all have awesome nicknames. My number 5 is the biggest little game in America. This is between D3 schools Amherst and Williams. It dates back to 1884. College Game Day even made an appearance there back in 2007. And that one makes the list because, guys, I love juxtaposition. So they had me at biggest little. Okay, my number 4 is Battle for the Bones. This is between UAB and Memphis. And even though it's named for the statue they win, which is a bronze rack of ribs, which makes sense between Birmingham and Memphis, it sounds like just a battle to the death. And that is freaking intimidating and cool. So, yeah, Battle for the Bones definitely makes my number 4. Okay, my number 3, guys, it's the Coal Bowl. This occurs between D3 Indiana of Pennsylvania and D3 California of Pennsylvania. So, yes, Indiana plays California, and both schools are located in Pennsylvania. Are you still with us, Pat? This one gets the nod because it is simple, it's descriptive of the location, and it rhymes. The Coal Bowl. Enough said. Okay, my number 2. The Brawl of the Wild. This actually happened last week. They previewed it on Game Day. It occurs between Montana and Montana State. Last week's game was not only super hyped, but it ended up being one of the best in their history. Number 3 ranked Montana State ended up beating number 2 Montana 31-28. So it was a great game, but the name is what makes it number 2 on this list. I just told you boys a couple weeks ago, one of my favorite books.
When you say number
What?
3 and 2, are you saying in the whole state of
In
Montana?
FCS. In FCS. No.
I was like,
No.
in the state of
In
Montana, they're ranked 3 and 2.
Stop it.
Montana
No, these
School
guys-
of
these are
Mines
good,
is number
dude.
1.
The Montana School of Mines. Oh, shit. No, guys, I told you one of my favorite books is Call of the Wild. So it plays on that. It's creative, it's punny, and it's fitting
That is
for
good.
that part of the country. So that's my number 2. All right, finally, my number 1 rivalry game nickname that few have heard of is, this is number 1 with a bullet. The Moonshine Throwdown. The Moonshine Throwdown is between Marshall and Western Kentucky. And honestly, there is no better name for 2 teams from Kentucky and West Virginia, which, by the way, those are the 2 states that the Hatfields and McCoys were also from. So you got that. It's catchy, it fits the area, and it makes me want to get drunk. So it tops my list of the best rivalry game nicknames few have heard of. Okay, real quick, last thing. As of Saturday, ranked college basketball teams were 85-0 this season against unranked teams. It is the longest streak in college basketball history to open a season. I thought that was interesting. And the Cowboys game on Sunday against the Eagles, very enjoyable to watch, even though I did feel bad for Paston. I texted him, called somebody to go over and check on him just to make sure he was doing okay. 21 points is the biggest comeback in Cowboys history. They've done it 3 other times, but it tied that. And Dak, guys, I don't know if you saw this. Dak Prescott is now the all-time leading passer in Cowboys history. Romo is second, Aikman is third, Staubach is fourth. Wow. Like that surprised me, and that's pretty impressive.
And CD couldn't catch the ball.
Oh, God, dude.
Yeah, Pickens looked great.
3 drops? Yeah, Pickens looked so good, dude.
You guys will appreciate this, I think, just the jinx factor of me doing pools and things through the years. is Philly was up 21-3, I think. 21-7, whatever it was.
21-0.
21-0. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually went into the NFL team spreadsheet, Bierman, and I gave Philly
Dude,
a win.
why do you do that, dude?
I don't know, because I have Philly. I have Philly. So then at the end, they ended up blowing it. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, remove that. I'm like, oh, gosh. Yeah. Incredible.
Dude, you have jinxed so many people.
It is a jinx. Yeah.
Yeah.
More of that to come, too. More of that to come.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, let's now get into our Stone Cold Lock segment. We need to go through the opening list as fast as we can because it was not pretty with only 2 wins coming of our 9 selections. Pat went 1-2, Bill went 1-2, and I went 0-2-1. So, Bill, you're still a very nice 22-16. I am 500 at 18-3. And Pat, you took a little bit of dip down, but you're still you go 3-0 this week. You're going to be at 500. You're 18-21 right now. So,
let's go, boys. Turn around.
All right, turn it around. All right, Pat, what do you got, man?
I don't know. Nothing. I quit. The Chiefs Cowboys over 52.5. I think this can be a big scoring game. Chiefs and Cowboys. It's going to be so many points. It's going to be so many Thanksgiving points. If they have the Salvation Army bucket, there's going to be so many people jumping in the bucket. Touchdowns left and right.
Flags everywhere.
Yeah, Chiefs Cowboys. I think that's going to be a blow. That's just going to be.
What's the over? Over what?
52.5. But I would say I think it's going over 70.
All right.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah. All right, Bill. What do you got?
Bigly over. I just mentioned this. I am all about jinxing on this pick. I'm taking Oregon -6.5, and I hope I am 0 for a million on this thing. Here's the thing. Oregon's offense petrifies me. They look so good right now. So I just don't know if the Huskies can keep up with them offensively to do it. It's not going to be super rainy. It's going to be a little cold. Turnover might tell the tale. I don't know. We've actually had some success against the Ducks at home recently, so hopefully that continues. But Oregon -6.5.
All right.
Hope I'm wrong.
I'm going with Iowa State, giving 13.5 at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is one of the worst teams in entire FBS and arguably the worst in Power 4. They have a 1-10 record. They're on a 10-game losing streak. Their only win came back in week 1 versus FCS Tennessee Martin. Only 3 losses of theirs this season have been within 14 points. They rank in the bottom 12 nationally in both total offense and total defense. Iowa State, they've had an up and down season. They lost 4 straight a month ago, but they have bounced back. They've won 2 in a row. They just thrashed Kansas 38-14. They're not spectacular statistically. They kind of rank in the middle of the pack in a lot of categories, but they have quarterback Rocco Becht, who I like. I like their head coach, Matt Campbell. This team's fighting for bowl positioning. Even in Stillwater, this is a clear mismatch, and 13.5 points just does not seem like enough. So we're going to take the Cyclones given the points. All right, Pat.
I got the Bears getting 6.5 against the Eagles. I feel like the Bears are going to be in most games, even though they're just kind of a weird team. And like you were saying before, they haven't really played a ton of good talent. This is their first game against a true test with the Eagles, but the Eagles, that game sometimes those games where you lose big leads, those can last a little bit. And I feel like this will be close. I mean, do I think the Bears could win? I don't know, but 6.5, that's a lot of points against a team that's 8-3.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Team that's 8-3 getting 6.5. I don't care who
they keep finding a way.
Played.
They keep finding a way.
That's a lot of points in an NFL game. That's a lot of points. Yeah, for a decent team. I agree.
My second one, sticking with this, my favorite rivalry game ever, and that is the Oregon-Washington over 51.5. Eric, I really think this is going to be a high-scoring affair, and every time we've Huskies and Ducks have played of late, it feels like its offense is going back and forth up and down the field. The Huskies have been a different team at home. As I just mentioned, my last pick, it's not going to be crazy wet. So I think that both teams will move the ball and have some success there. So give me the over 51.5.
Nice.
Bet what you know.
All right. I've just not been sold on Vandy all year. I bet against them versus Texas a few weeks ago, cashed. They head into Tennessee. Tennessee's 3-point favorites. We're taking the Vols. Vandy is 9-2, but they have 0 wins against currently ranked teams. Both of their losses came on the road to ranked opponents, which is what they will face on Saturday in Knoxville. They haven't beaten a single team with a winning record on the road. Tennessee is 8-3. They're out of the CFP, but they might be the best team that will miss the playoff. Their 3 losses are to Oklahoma, Alabama, and Georgia, all top 10 teams. Both teams have strong passing offenses and poor passing defenses, so I expect plenty of back and forth and lots of points. I just like Tennessee to pull away in the second half, fueled by that loud Neyland Stadium crowd. This is still big brother versus little brother. Vandy's had a nice, cute little season, but their playoff hopes end in Knoxville, and Tennessee wins by double digits. All right, Pat, finish this off.
All right, guys, I'm going Browns getting 6.5 points against San Fran. I feel like the Browns are going to get a boost from Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
The kid is kind of a douche, but he can throw the ball. And you know, I feel like you can kind of see, I watched a little bit of highlights, and you can just see that the teammates getting excited about something happening. Like maybe something's happening and they want to be a part of it. So if it is happening, his teammates want to be a part of it. Give me some Browns love.
Yeah,
And some Shedeur Sanders. Yeah.
Saw today Dylan Gabriel's healthy and able to play, and they're still going with Shedeur. So pretty cool.
Might have ignited something. Might have done something to that offense.
Might have.
So
never know. I mean, I wanted to take Eric's Michigan Wolverines so bad with this third pick. I wanted to take it, but I just couldn't squeeze it into my top pick.
It's a tough one.
That 9.5 point line, though, Bierman, feels ridiculous to me. So I don't know.
It opened on Saturday at 12.5.
Wow.
I sprinkled a little on it at that point.
Yeah.
But
gosh,
it's been bet down a lot, which tells you a lot of people. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, Michigan's not bad. Boy, they could lose by 3 touchdowns. Don't get me wrong, but
we were saying that last year.
Yeah.
I mean, they just seemed. I mean, that game last year still might be one of the most unbelievable. Games
one of the more shocking ones for me and in my history with that game,
with that rivalry. Yeah, but I ended up going with. We talked about JJ McCarthy. I talked a little bit about the Seahawks. The over under on this game this week is 41.5, and I just feel like that's low. I'm going to take the over 41.5. The Hawks offense has been really, really good, even though they've been turning the ball over at an alarming rate at times. Arnold seemed to get it cleaned up a little bit against Tennessee. They were up 30-10 in that game in the second half. Now, I know Tennessee's terrible, but I do think there's a little Sam Darnold revenge game in play here. While I do think Brian Flores is going to know, and KOC will know like what Sam's weaknesses are, and they'll probably attack those this weekend. I just feel like this offense is really starting to click. They're running the ball well. If Sam can keep the turnovers down, I feel like the Seahawks will do a big part of that 41 points on their own. And Minnesota's probably going to do enough to hit this over. The other thing, and I don't know if you guys have heard this, but JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Pat mentioned Terry Bradshaw's horrible pronunciation of him. He is on pace to break Calvin Johnson's all-time single-season receiving record. I don't know if you guys have heard that. That's mind-blowing. He set the Seahawks record.
How many yards?
Receiving yards in a single season in week 11 last week.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So he's on pace to break 2,000 yards receiving, which is just ridiculous. Crazy.
No, I didn't know that.
So,
that's nuts.
Yeah. So anyway, they're finding ways to get this kid the ball. He's been special. Rashid Shaheed starting to learn the offense. I just see this game going over 41 now.
Awesome. Boys, are you guys sitting down?
No.
Are you ready for my lock of the year?
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go.
Last year, It was Tennessee covering against Vandy this very same weekend, and they did it after getting down by 14, which was pretty nerve-wracking. But they did it. They covered. And as a reminder, what does lock of the year mean when I say that? It means if I lose, I will be wearing all Ohio State gear on next week's podcast.
Ooh,
That's
boy,
how confident I am
let's
in
go.
my
Huskies
lock
-6.5.
of the year. All right, here we go. You ready? We are heading to one of the biggest rivalries out there, not Ann Arbor. We are heading to the Iron Bowl for this one, and we are taking Bills and Kalen DeBoer's Crimson Tide minus the 6. Now it opened
Love
at
this.
5.5, and I jumped all over to 5.5. It's now up to 6. I bet it's going to be up to 7, frankly, by the time kicks off. But Auburn has a 5-6 record, not a single FBS win over a team with a winning record. Okay. They recently fired their coach, Hugh Freeze. Their offense has been downright dreadful. They do have a top 5 run defense, and Bama's going to really struggle to run against them because the Tide is awful in that area to begin with. So that is not where Alabama is going to win the game. However, Auburn's pass defense is not good. They rank 91st nationally in that area. And Alabama with Ty Simpson, they have the number 5 passing offense in the nation. So they'll definitely be slinging it around. Also, Auburn they're going to have a problem if they get down early and they need to try and pass their way back in. Their pass offense is awful. And the Tide rank number 5 in the nation defending against the pass. Auburn also has had some penalty issues and some discipline issues. The Iron Bowl is always tricky, especially for the road team. And I do think it's going to be relatively close first half, but I expect some turnovers in the second half. And I think Alabama's superior talent and just overall motivation to hit the CFP is going to kick in, and they are going to cover that 6. So lock of the year, Bama.
Love it.
-6. All right, guys. Well, that was good. Hopefully we go 9-0 there. We are going to head into our top 5 now, and this is hits right into our Thanksgiving theme. Our top 5 is things we are most thankful for in the world of sports during 2025. Okay. So it's Thanksgiving week, our top 5. It's all gratitude based with that sports twist. So this can be anything. This can be something you personally experienced, the team doing great, a comeback story, a coaching change, a rule change, a sports moment with your kids, however you want to interpret it. It's pretty much anything will work here as long as it ties to sports and something you are grateful for. All right, Pat, number 5 and 4.
All right. I wish I had more time with this list. I feel like if I really spent some time thinking about this list, I could come up with better ones. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Number 5, thankful for Live Golf.
You had like 4 days.
I know, well, you think about that, but then I woke up today and I was like, "Is the podcast today? Is today already Monday?"
Of course you did.
I've been there on some show prep. It's like, oh my God, it's Monday.
It happens. Yeah. No, I'm thankful for Live Golf not being for being so unsuccessful. I think that it was only a matter of time before that league is dissolved. So my number 5, Live Golf being shitty. And number 4, I ask and you shall receive. ESPN and Disney and YouTube TV agreeing on getting me some football back on TV. So yeah, that's my 5
Look
and 4.
Look at that! Wow,
those are phenomenal. Yeah,
those
good start.
I know, but if look, anything I touch turns to gold. Let's be honest. But
wake up and piss excellence.
This could go so many different directions. And I don't know. I like the category, but I feel like
me too.
I could have had. So
I love
many
that Bierman
responses.
threw this out. Yeah, Thanksgiving week. I thought this was such a great category, Eric. I would say that 5 and 4 are my Homer ones, but my whole top 5's Homer. So, which surprises nobody.
Nobody. But it's things you're thankful for. So this one, that I can see that. Yeah.
I mean, I number 5, I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, you guys remember me at the beginning of the season saying that this over-under number was so ridiculously low for the Seahawks, and especially now that we have expanded season. 7.5? Are you kidding me? That was just an absolute lock that they were going to get there. I love Mike McDonald when he was hired. I'm loving what he's doing now in his second season. I love a defense-minded head coach. The Seahawks defense is really, really fun to watch, and they've been super injured. And so now you start seeing a couple of these guys sprinkle back in. I think that they have a chance to just be a really fun team into the future. So super, super excited and thankful
We're
for
gonna
the Seahawks.
follow the Mariners' footsteps and get to the NFC Championship game.
I mean, the Mariners is a whole different ball of wax. I mean, I'll talk about them later. Number 4, I'm actually going with the Seattle Kraken, who we don't talk a lot of hockey on this podcast, but I couldn't
We
believe
talk
when
more soccer than hockey, which is downright sad.
It's no, that's not sad. That's phenomenal. So yeah, the Kraken. I was thinking about it today as I was putting, or actually, Pat, I did this prep yesterday because I'm ahead of the game. But yesterday when I was thinking about this, it's the 5th season for the Seattle Kraken already, which is just crazy to me. They've only made the playoffs once. That was in their second season. They beat the Colorado Avalanche in the first round, and it was just such a fun ride. This year they hired a coach, Lane Lambert, who I knew nothing about except that he was kind of a retread. But he really seems to have the team kind of heading in the right direction. They've been a lot of fun. They're competitive in every single game except for maybe one this entire season. And it's just fun to have them be in every game every night and just have that other thing to watch and support and root for. So the Kraken are my number 4, what I'm thankful for. They're currently in second place too in the Pacific and 4th in the Western Conference. So they've got off to a really nice start.
All right, so my number 5 is 2 recent rule changes, one in college football and one in the NFL. And these rule changes actually took place a couple years ago, but this is the year where I finally have appreciated them. I finally have come to grips with these. I didn't like them to begin with. You guys know I'm old school. I don't like a lot of the newfangled stuff, but these two have finally won me over. So for college football, this rule actually originated in 2023, but I get it. The whole let's stopping the clock after first downs unless it's the last 2 minutes of the half a game. I was watching a game on Saturday and it just was so nice. It was just the clock was continuing on. The time seemed to zip by much more quickly and more seamlessly. And I think that's a really smart change. And then for the NFL, and Pat's mentioned this before, I'm grateful for the NFL kickoff rule changes that they did last year. I wasn't at the time, but I just feel like this year it's better. It doesn't look so weird to me anymore. I'm finally getting used to it, and it's just a lot more it's more exciting, honestly. And I really like that. So those 2 rule changes. And then my number 4, it's the game. It's Michigan Ohio State. I talked about rivalry game names earlier, wrote about how much I love rivalry week and this week's 6-pack, but I'm just really grateful for being a Michigan fan and getting to enjoy what, in my opinion, is the greatest rivalry in all sports. I've gone through some dark periods in this rivalry. The past 4 have been really nice. It's likely we're going to lose on Saturday, but either way, I'm thankful for the game. It's fun. It's as a sports fan, I look forward to it. I love it. I love the trash talking. I love that my team is part of what most people would consider one of the biggest sports rivalries. I've had the privilege to attend in person a handful of times. It's always so much fun. The tradition, the pageantry, it's just great. So even though I hate Ohio State, I do. We're not talking about Gus. We're talking about things we're thankful for.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
Yes, awesome. Love it.
Well, you guys don't even know this unless you read my 6-pack. My niece is getting married at 1 p.m. in Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
On Saturday.
I was just going to ask if you were going. I have not read the 6-pack yet.
Yeah, so not thankful for that decision.
What's the 6-pack?
Yeah. Shut up. All right. You're number 3 and 2.
3 expedited reviews.
Nice.
The fact that they can get these calls corrected quickly.
Good call.
I think is a huge help.
Dude,
to watching football.
Jesus, you're bringing it, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
On fire with these top 5.
It was all the prep I did today.
I was gonna say, yeah.
And then number two, look, I'm grateful for the extra time that I have from working hard all summer to now. I have time that I get to teach my kids some tennis. We had to skip today's
Yeah. Oh,
lesson
that's cool, dude.
but
That's cool.
Bill, like teaching you're obviously in the coaching mode and had some great success and enjoy it and I'm enjoying being able to play tennis more with my kids. So I'm super grateful
Nice.
for that. We missed today because I was at the car dealership. I'm looking for a new car, but
I've got two coming to you.
Wednesday we'll get it. But
Yeah.
yeah, Bill, let's see it. I want the
I'll start driving tomorrow.
the
Yep.
Prius. Send me the
The
Prius.
Prius and the truck. They're coming to you in a
Yep.
2-pack.
But no,
Yeah.
being able to teach your kids or just go out and hit tennis balls with the kids has been great lately. So, or if it's not even
That's
tennis,
awesome.
I mean, we played ultimate frisbee the other day, or just it's the little things. It's nice.
Yeah.
So
Love it.
That's really, really cool. And it's going to sound a lot like my number two, Pat. So number three, I went with the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Just Eric
That's
mentioned
good.
the Mariners. It's just one of those things. It I love baseball and I love the Mariners so much because of the frequency of games, the amount of games, the fact that it's always on. You don't have to be kind of paying attention to every pitch, but it can just be a background thing that's happening kind of as you move around during your night, right? And it it's one of the things I love most about baseball. Cal Raleigh is the type of player that makes you appreciate pro athletes. And so often we hear about guys that are selfish or idiots and do stupid shit. And Cal Raleigh is none of that. He's all about the team. He's a really good human being. And he just had a season for the ages that we all got to soak in every single night. It seemed like the guy was hitting a bomb. So just really fun. Very thankful for the big dumper and thankful for the Mariners season, although they also ripped our hearts out, as Eric referenced. My number two is similar to Pat's. I just love watching my son Will compete. I love watching him play. And there's just so many things that I love to do when it comes to watching him play sports, but I also love enjoying sports with him. So we'll be going to the Washington Huskies Oregon Ducks game Saturday. That time I get to spend with him, such a big part of my dad and I's relationship. And I hope that Will and I know we do, share that kind of thing where we can dissect the Kraken game or talk about whatever's happening with the local sports teams. So that's something that I am just really, really thankful for. It comes with a fair amount of pain as well of being a sports fan of our cities, but that just makes the good times that much more fun. And so just very, very thankful. That's my number two.
That's awesome.
nice.
My number three and two are very similar. My number three is I'm thankful to live in a major city with professional sports teams. Even though Cincy has only two pro teams, and I'm a huge college fan as much as I am pro, it just makes it exciting and something to watch and care about. And I don't have Bengals tickets anymore, but I love watching the games. I love caring about how they're doing. But this year in particular, I'm very grateful for the Reds. I've talked about this. Being a small market team, we don't get to see them in the playoffs often. And even though they got swept by the Dodgers, it made this summer so much fun. Jamie and I were at a game in mid to late September that had all the feels of a playoff game. And honestly, it was one of the more fun sporting events I've been to in the last few years. And it was awesome feeling. So I'm grateful for the Reds, their season, and just letting me be a sports fan in this city with those pro teams. And then number two is my kids just being so much into sports is what I love, and being able to share that with them. I'm grateful for that. Cooper's now 12. Brady, when he was younger, I feel like started getting into football a little earlier, maybe 9 or 10. But this year, Cooper is like football crazy. I mean, he will sit and watch basically every game with me. We were watching the Monday night game right before I came on today. He's starting to know the players. He gets just as irritated as I do with poor coaching decisions or player penalties or Gus Johnson. He also often asks if he can stay up late to watch the Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football game. So that's been really just fun to hang out and talk with him about it and experience that with him. He also loves going to sporting events now too, similar to what you were talking about with Will. So that's awesome. And Matt, and that's been part of my my parenting with Mac and Brady. They're both older, but Brady and I have gone to an NBA game every year, different arena for like 12 years now. Such
Yeah.
a fun, great tradition. Obviously, he's a cheerleader at Miami, so we go see him there, and he's big into the football and basketball and all the stuff there where he's cheering for Mackenzie. Similarly, she takes me to a different NFL game each year. Last year was Charlotte for the Panthers. Year before it was Browns. This year we're going to Buffalo for the Bills-Bengals game in a couple weeks. So it's wonderful memories with my kids around sports. Very similar, you said this, Bill, to what I had with my dad. And it just makes me very grateful that they enjoy it and love it so much, and that we get to share that. And I thank God that they're all Michigan fans too. All right, Pat, what's your number one?
Nice. That is funny. My son is starting to watch football and be in tune with football quite a bit, and so we can
It's
have
so
those
cool.
conversations too. It's really cool. My dad. Well, I guess we did watch baseball, I guess, together. But yeah, that's a good one. Good. Number twos. All right. Number one. You ready for number one? This one's near and dear. The Sandman Sports Podcast.
Oh, look at that.
Guys, come on.
Look at that.
If it weren't for you guys,
You're
I
so
would be living in a van down by the river. But no.
Well,
Now
sometimes
I've got my
based on
life
the quality
together.
of your audio, we think you are. But
Yeah, good one.
That's good.
Yeah, no, it's the Sandman Sports Podcast,
just
boys.
kidding. We love
Number
you,
one,
dude.
number one in
That's
my heart.
awesome, dude. I think we're all grateful for that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that, Pat. Yeah, this has worked out so well here for 67 episodes. Kind of amazing. You guys
6, 7?
in 67 episodes, we've learned probably a lot about each other, and you guys have learned more than anyone how much I love the game of soccer and how much you guys hate it. But if and for me, it's just the soccer run that we're on at the moment. Obviously, I already talked a lot about Mount Si and my girls. That's I don't need to say another word about that. But I also briefly mentioned the UW teams, and I had mentioned the women. I think a couple pods ago that the 21-year-old goalkeeper for Washington was diagnosed with kidney cancer 7 months ago, and she just passed away at the age of 21. Horrible situation. Maybe I didn't mention this on the pod, but Mia Hammett is her name. She's a very good goalkeeper. Awful story. But what happens in team sports? The rest of these women band together and decide that they're going to play their asses off for Mia. And they go on, they win the Big Ten. They go on and win the Big Ten tournament. Now in the NCAA tournament, they just advanced into the grade 8 by beating the number 1 seed Virginia. And it just continues. The ride just continues, and it all is, it seems like they just got all the mojo going in their favor. It's just so fun. And then on the men's side, I probably have mentioned Zach Ramsey. The kid was all Big Ten freshman of the year last year. He makes all Big Ten as a sophomore this year. We know the family well. He's mentored and coached Will. He's just the greatest kid. His girlfriend is sorority sisters with Sydney. It's just a really cool story, and the kid's awesome. Huskies beat SMU 1-0 yesterday as well, after SMU knocked the Huskies out of the tournament last year. So the soccer ride, you guys, has just been so fun lately, and again, enjoying those things with Will. Marcy even watches the UW because of Zach. So it's just so thankful for it.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, my number one, guys, I literally don't know what I would do without this, but my number one is the NFL Sunday ticket. Having to watch just one or maybe two games during any time period on a Sunday afternoon just really sounds like a living hell, and I have no idea how people can handle that. So I first got Sunday ticket.
We skip through the commercials. That's how we do it. You record it.
Yeah, but it's one game, dude.
I know.
I mean, yesterday I was like, oh God, it was just being able to watch every single game, no matter what, at any time. I first got Sunday ticket way back in 2001, believe it or not. And I had no money at the time, but even then it was worth every penny, just as it is today. And yes, I do like Red Zone, but sometimes they move around too much, or they jam like 4 games on the screen at once. So it's nice to be able to just go to any game I want when I want. If if I want to, especially if I have money on it or it's crunch time and I don't really care about the other games. So that's good. If I didn't gamble or a company wasn't sports gambling related or I wasn't so much into fantasy football, then maybe the Sunday ticket wouldn't be as appealing or as relevant to me. But I freaking love it. I get excited every Sunday. And Cooper was asking me before, what are your top 5? And I told him and I said this, and he's like, what do you mean? Like, what is that? And I said, well, if we have this, if we didn't have that, like yesterday, we wouldn't have been able to watch every game. We'd have been able to watch the Bengals game, and that was it. He's like, really? Like, he couldn't believe it. He could not wrap his head around that.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, we're
Kids these days, they don't know how good
I
they
know.
got it.
It's an on-demand world now. It's
It
amazing.
is.
Yeah.
It is. All right, guys. Well, great top 5s, and I think it's a perfect segue into just me wanting to take a moment to say thank you to you both. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to get to do this every week with you. I can't believe we're already at episode 67. It feels like just yesterday that we kind of cobbled this together. We've learned a lot, had a lot of laughs, a lot of just wonderful memories and fun time. You guys both put a ton of work and effort and time into doing this every week, and myself and our listeners, I know, truly appreciate both of you. So thank you both. Of course, thank you to everyone in CMA Nation for joining us and listening each week. We sincerely appreciate all of you. As always, we'd love to keep it going, but it is time, sadly, to exit CMA Sports tonight. Happy Thanksgiving, CMA Nation. Have a wonderful holiday with friends, family, food, and football. Enjoy the games. Peace out and take care.
Good luck, everybody.